How to start and grow a business, your step-by-step process to success. The first step in starting a business is to select what industry you want to be in, or the product or service you want to sell. Brainstorm and come up with multiple ideas. Choose something you have a passion for, as running a business will take a lot of your time. The most successful and profitable businesses solve big problems. Choose a business that solves a problem and relieves people or businesses pain. The bigger the problem you solve, the more relief from pain you provide, the more successful you'll be. Keep in mind, many industries are considered high risk when it comes to lending. You can still be profitable in these industries, but it'll be harder to get bank accounts, merchant accounts, credit, and loans. Here are some of those restricted industries. Here are some industries that are viewed as high risk when it comes to lending. Here are some other high-risk industries for lending purposes. You may want to check with friends and family to see if they'd buy what you're selling before you do anything else. Even use your social media to survey and ask people questions about how useful the product or service can be, or how much they'd pay. Don't go all in unless you know you have something that will sell. Once you know what your business will be, next it's time to set up your actual company. To do this, think of a name for your business that's catchy, possibly short, easy to spell, and that the domain is available for. Use GoDaddy to search for the domain and consider only going with a company name that has a domain available. Also, try and make sure your name doesn't reflect you're in one of those high-risk industries. Once you know the domain is available, next, check to see if the company name is available in your state. You can do this by searching in Google for Secretary of State, My State. You can then easily search for the company name. If the name is available, follow the steps in your SOS website to set up a new entity. You'll need to choose from profit or nonprofit. You'll need to choose an entity type. Consider an LLC or S corporation. Prices vary based on state. Start and complete the process. It only takes 5 to 10 minutes. Congratulations! You now have your own business. Your next step is to get your EIN, which is how the IRS recognizes your company. This is free to get at irs.gov. Make sure you keep your articles and EIN documents somewhere safe. You will often need them both. Once you have your articles of incorporation and EIN, you can then set up your business bank account. It's essential you set up your business bank account quickly because many lenders and credit issuers see your bank account setup date as the date your company really opened, its start date. You will be asked for several items when setting up your new account. Your entity papers, such as your articles of incorporation, completion of their application, proof of your EIN number, your ID, initial deposits of $25 to $200 depending on the bank and account type. You must set up your bank account the right way to ensure it's easy for you to get credit and loans in the future. Your company name needs to match your entity paperwork. Your company address also needs to be the same. Make sure your EIN number is also the same on your bank account as it is on your EIN paperwork. It'll take about 30 minutes to set up your business bank account. Most banks will require you go into the bank to get your new account set up. When you leave, they'll give you a folder with documents that outline the terms on your bank account and info to set up online banking. You'll also leave with temporary checks for the account. Every bank has a service they'll recommend to get checks. On your first order, they might try to charge you $150 plus, but be careful as you won't need all that they package in with your checks. Usually on your first order, they'll give you a starter kit with a binder, deposit bag, company stamp or seal for endorsements and other perks. You do not need all of this and can order most of it online much cheaper anyways. Also watch out for the amount of checks they're giving you and start with as few as you can. You might not want or need 250 or more to start. Set up your website next. You can do this cheaply using a company like www.templatemonster.com. Then use www.upwork.com to hire a contractor to put up your website. You'll need the website template you buy from Monster, the content for each page, the domain, and the hosting which you can get from GoDaddy. Also, get the professional email address. You'll need to get a phone number from a place like RingCentral. Get a toll-free number. Get a fax number. List your phone number with 411. List yourself can help. Only need this before you apply for credit and financing. Get a business address from a place like Regis.com. Get any licensing you'll need from your county and for your industry. Make sure that your business name, address, etc. is the same on all of your documents. Get your logo using Fiverr.com or 99designs.com. Write out a short description of your company and what you do, with a call to action such as visiting your website. Set up your business online congruently with free listings. Google.com/business, BingPlaces.com, smallbusiness.yahoo.com/local-listings. There are hundreds of other free places you may consider. Set up your social media channels, Facebook business page, Twitter, LinkedIn company page, and your individual profile, YouTube, Instagram. Consider buying some subscribers from Fiverr.com, and make sure you obtain a merchant account to accept credit cards. Write down even a basic business plan that outlines clearly where you're going and the plan you're going to take to get there. Once you have a mission statement, then you can develop a basic plan of attack. This should be a massive action plan, or your map, to get you to your end goal. With these things, you'll know where you're going and how to get there. Basically, you'll have your strategy. Make sure that getting access to money is one of the first things you strategize about. After all, it's one of the most common reasons for business failure per SBA. Start building your business credit right away. It can supply you the startup capital you need, and you can get it regardless of other factors such as personal credit. Getting vendor credit immediately, store credit within 90 days, and cash credit within 120 days is essential to your success. You can then use that credit to grow your company instead of relying on personal funds or profits alone. And if you have collateral, cash flow, or good credit, that opens up even more funding options for you. You will need money to grow, and if your only source is personal money and credit or cash flow, you're looking to grow at a snail's pace. Even as a startup, you can get business loans. If you have good personal credit or a guarantor who does, you can qualify for up to $150,000 in 0% unsecured financing. If you have a 401k or stocks or a partner who does, you can qualify for 5% loans and credit lines. You can also get money to make purchases such as equipment. Your initial priority should be to start making sales. This should happen within your network first. Start promoting your social media channels and website to your friends and family. Ask them for their business and who else they may know. You may even want to set up an affiliate program to pay them for referrals. Also consider local marketing as well, such as going to homes or businesses door to door. And look into networking events you can go to, such as Chamber of Commerce or BNI. There are many other smaller ones in your area probably available as well. Maybe even start your own if you have a lot of connections. Connections are key when you start out. So try to think about who you may know that's a connector. Ask your friends and family as well. Even a few connectors can help you make a lot of sales early. The best way to market and sell is using free information. Basically, you teach and educate how people can get the results your product and service delivers. If you are selling tax services, start educating on how people can file their own taxes, what they should know, etc. Teach people all that you know using free channels like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And make great use of live channels such as YouTube Live, Periscope, and Facebook Live. When you teach and educate, you build a loyal tribe. Many of those will use your free info and better their lives and be your best testimonials. Many others will pay for your services because they want to work with you. When you sell this way, people want to do business with you versus you trying to sell them on why they should. They see you as a credible expert, and trust and rapport is built, making the sale much easier. The key to success is content. Having this means you'll have long-term success or face possible failure without it. To get content, host a webinar every other week. Put that webinar on your YouTube and Vimeo, as well as other free hosting sites. Make your video into an automated webinar. Create emails and social media posts out of it. Turn it into blog posts and free reports and guides. Create articles and use Fiverr.com to distribute them. Make smaller videos out of your larger video and spread them out. Make a podcast out of your recording. And promote all of this in your email drip sequence we'll talk about later, as well as your social media channels. Use free distribution channels to distribute your content. Social media, online educational courses. This will not net you instant sales, but this will build your following, and within 6 to 12 months, you'll see explosive growth. To make this work, you must have a good sales funnel. A good sales funnel offers quality information through a drip sequence every few days. This is more information that gives you credibility and builds trust and rapport. Your email sequence should have written emails, videos, webinars, and more. Once created, your main marketing goal is to get leads into your sequence. Your leads will then cultivate through time, and many of them will buy. This is especially true if you also include emails with calls to action, such as giving access to free consultations or sales. Provide content 80 to 95% of the time, then sprinkle in some CTAs. You can start by writing 8 to 16 emails and deliver them once per week. You can even use those emails as scripts for marketing videos. After you've mapped out your plan and have your funnel started, it's time to start running some tests. Is your product and service well received by consumers? Do they like it? Does it work? Does it help solve a problem? What feedback are you getting? What's the best way to advertise and get response? What's the best headline and message that gets people to respond? What's the best media to advertise and get the best results? Chances are you won't know this early on, and you'll need to test to get answers. Give out information and use sources like YouTube, other social media, webinar attendees to get a gauge on message and topics your prospects want to know more about. Use media that you can test small and cheap, like Facebook and pay-per-click advertising, to see what works. What message works, what ad body, what images. You can find out all of this just by testing small. This is why you test, and test small and cheap. Does Facebook get you better response than PPC, or is direct mail better? What words in your headlines make all of the difference? Test and find out. Optimization means many things. Firstly, you must develop system for all that you do. When it comes time to sell your business, most of the value will come in the systems you have. Your business must operate just as well without you being involved as it does with you being involved. This means you'll need to grow where you aren't the business. You'll actually need to get to a point where you're working on the business, not in the business. When a new lead comes in, our team works with that lead and moves them through opportunity stages. By moving them through these stages, we then implement automatic follow-up. There are many ways to advertise: cold call marketing, radio and TV work, direct mail and email marketing, SEO, pay-per-click advertising, Facebook ads. You can use social media and social media ads, survey calls, text marketing, magazines, newspapers, Craigslist, yard signs. Affiliates are a great way to get new customers, and so are networking events, sales webinars, seminars, and many more. In this stage, you'll really need to focus on your distribution model. Your product is performing well and people like it. Now you just need to get it out there. The faster and more you get it out there, the faster you grow. So you'll need to replicate what works while focusing on improving and increasing ways to distribute. Online marketing and offline marketing. Affiliates and relationships with big partners. These are just a couple of examples of ways to distribute. As you grow, You'll need to focus on maximizing what's working while correcting what isn't. You'll want to maximize on what you've learned to become more efficient and more profitable. You can mainly do this through metrics. It's crucial that you track all that you do so you'll know what areas need help and to make sure you maximize effectively. Key performance indicators, or KPIs, are crucial to monitor while growing your company. What key things can you look at to verify you're going in the direction you're headed? Revenue, profits, sales, profit margins, new opportunities. Return on your investment with advertising. These are just a few of the many KPIs you might monitor. Now you have an outline of how to start and grow a successful business. Contact us today to learn more and obtain the credit and financing you'll need to start and grow.